Alright, we'll do our simple showcase here of the new class in World Zero Hunter. It is a class mastery, so similar to the past ones, you have to go in and finish a quest in order to unlock this class. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and play a Spirit Archer and defeat 200 bosses that are level 100 plus. So any tower, any dungeon that's level 100 plus, defeat the boss, do it 200 times, and then you're good to go. Of course, I get this class for free. To test it out and show you guys what it does basically. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that. Basically, don't take my advice for this because I don't know the grind for this one, but anything that is basically, I guess, up to tower 3 and then world 8 and above is all level 100 plus. I remember back in the day farming Aether Fortress for some of those stones. And that dungeon's the fastest, in my opinion, out of all of them. But, of course, I think people will be grinding Infinite Tower is probably the choice to go for. I'm assuming that is going to be the grind 200 level 100 bosses. So, good luck with that. But, of course, we're going to go ahead and show you guys everything. A bit of disclaimer, though, before we start. Like I said, this is a simple showcase. We're showing... we're not doing any min-maxing damage output. You know, we're just going to show you the abilities, talk about it, what I know about it. And then after that, we'll do a challenge mode, nightmare dungeon, whatever it's called. And then we'll do a full run of that, showcase the class like that. And then, not after that, but mainly, usually when I make these videos early on, I would say a couple days later from this video recording, they always do balance changes to the class, either make them stronger and do some tweaks here and there. And I'll say that, you know, it happens all the time. And so if you see something that's like a bit off, or just like it doesn't do that much damage, it'll probably be tweaked or be changed in the future. So this is just the beginning of the class here, a little bit of a showcase there. Okay, all right. So let's get started with the first things first. Is going to be the first basic attack. Basic attack, as you can see, just like Spirit Archer, instead of a green arrow, it is a nice yellow arrow. And as you tell, as Spirit Archer, you have long range as always. So this is the one benefit of playing a range class. You just stand still and do whatever you want. Walk with it. And that's it. So, and also it keeps the same idea with the dodge. When you stand still, you will shoot an arrow, which will slow for 1-2 seconds and deal damage. So just remember that you still have this dodge that will shoot and do damage, and you'll slow them. So there's that still in the kit for Archer classes. And then we have the next first ability. We have Blazing Shot. Shoot a flaming arrow, setting your enemies on fire. So just like almost like the E ability, it needs a target, and as soon as it does, it will do initial damage on the target you hit. And I can't really see it on the dummies, the targets here, but it puts like a flaming visual effect on the floor, and it'll damage enemies nearby as an AoE. Now you can see that it does initial damage, so our damage is 7k here. It does about like 3-4 times the damage on initial, but then the tick damage is a little bit less than a basic attack, but it can crit, of course. So there is that. It has a almost 8-second cooldown, and it lasts for about 6 seconds. The burn lasts a lot. The initial burn lasts longer, but the actual burn on the floor lasts less. You can see on some enemies here, it'll be a bit different. We're gonna one-shot these guys probably, so we'll see. There we go. But you can see the burning. The burn is a bit. That's the radius there. It's a low cooldown, but I mean, maybe it's a high cooldown, but it lasts for the full, almost a full duration of the cooldown. Not fully, but almost. So not a long wait to use it again, for the most part. So there is that. That is the first ability. And the second ability, we'll take a bit of time to explain. We have Tame Familiar. Tame Familiar, a lot of steps for this one. So let's explain the first thing. So first things first, when you spawn in, you probably have one already. And this is the Summon Familiar. So you press R, you summon a familiar that you have tamed. And it will go ahead and attack. It has its own health bar. And it's level, basically, okay? When you press it again, it will increase its damage, right? That's the basics. But you can tame pretty much almost any mob that does basic attacks. So nothing that is going to be range attacks or special attacks. So for example, this ice blob here, icy goo, will have the Pawprint icon on it. If there's a Pawprint icon on it, it will not be able to be tamed. So once you want to tame it, you press the ability, and it'll have a little timer above its screen. You have to go ahead and kill that mob before the timer disappears. So here now we have killed the mob. Now we have the icy goo. We've tamed icy goo. So I'm going to press this here. Now we have summoned the icy goo, which is a lot faster than a normal icy goo, as you can see. And they just attack enemies for you. So for example, here we go. Go attack icy goo. Yeah, do lots of damage for some reason. Yeah, there we go again. Okay, that is a bit overkill. I don't know why it does that much damage, but it does a lot of damage. Okay, if it doesn't still scale with your weapon, it just seems to be a flat damage. And if you don't like your icy goo, well, actually, it's like I said, you can, you press it again. You can now. It should change the icon, but it's not changing here. But it'll empower your familiar, so it turns red and does more damage. And you can see it has a buff timer there, and it's a little bit more damage, of course. So you see there, right? And then if I don't want my icy goo, so okay, I don't want my icy goo anymore. Good, it's gone forever now. If I want a new one, I go to find another mob that has an icon above its head. Do the same thing here, and then you just kill it. And now we've tamed the crystal spider. Okay, so anything that's just like a basic attacks and nothing special. The thing is with this is that it saves, so you can bring the mob anywhere, basically. Oh my god, you can bring it to any other world. It's the same mob. You don't lose it, from my understanding. It doesn't work with these dummies here. Anyway, so that's the gist of it. So any just walk around the map honestly, and find a mob you like a lot that isn't anything special, and then go ahead and tame it, basically. So there is that. Then we have the next ability with Venom Trap. Honestly, don't know how to showcase this, to be honest with you. You just place, you can place like up to 4. That doesn't expire. Okay, well, there we go. That makes it a little bit better. So it does initial AoE or damage, and then it does AoE. Okay, it does initial hit, which was like what, 32k. Okay, yeah, around there. And then there's an AoE poison, which will affect targets nearby, and does like half the damage almost. And how many ticks is that? I don't know, I can't tell. But if you do it on a mob here, for example, like you put a bunch of these here, right, and they're like close together. Sounds about right. What am I trying to say here? Okay, I thought there would be. I thought it was multi. I thought it would be like if they hit the same. Never. You know what? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, so you can put them down. You can have like a setup. It's like a tower defense kind of thing. Like you can have multiple down, as you can see here. The only thing about it is that you have to worry about the stun lock of placing it. So like you're stuck for like, I don't know, like half a second or even less than that, like 0.2 seconds. So you're gonna be worried about, like, if you're kiting enemies, you have to be, kind of like be wary of not standing, not trying to get a hit, or you're trying to dodge an attack. You can dodge, I think. There's weird things you could do with it, and you can also like jump with it and do that, but I don't see any benefit with that. Obviously it's not intended to do that, but obviously, yeah. So you can do that, I guess, if that's something. You can jump and then dash and then press that. But it's a bit of an awkward thing. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure it's okay. And like doing like ad clear, like you kite all the enemies up and then you just pop it down. And lastly, we have is the ultimate. We have Divine Arrow. I haven't done much testing on this for damage wise, because ultimate took a long time to charge. But what it does is that it will deal a giant AoE damage, and since your familiar doesn't heal the damage it takes, this is like the only way to heal it. Now I don't know if how the health works with like if it saves, if if you go to a different area. I'm not sure, but that's probably pretty important. But in order to heal it and deal damage, and this will also heal you, which I don't know about how much, but we'll figure it out in the dungeon. But once you put it down, you can't move. You're stuck here for a little bit, and then you prop it down. And you can see how we got a buff here, and it's healing us, and it does damage, AoE damage, for quite a lot. It's like 7 seconds of healing. So it's a lot. I don't know if it's good for bonus damage, but it's good for clearing and doing other stuff possibly. So we're gonna go ahead now and let's do a dungeon basically. So let's do whatever challenge dungeon we have. I had to go pick up my bow. I forgot there was just 2 codes. We have Hunter. We get a black quiver, and then I gotta wait a couple seconds here, but what is this? July 4th innovation. I gotta type that out, right? Surely. July 4th innovation. Got it. I'm dumb. It's 3 different codes. That's funny. July 4th is a different code. Innovation, and then July 4th. I didn't play during July 4th. It was yesterday. I gotta wait. I'm failing this part. There we go. Got it. So 3 codes. July 4th, innovation, and hunter. I mean, if there was a comma there, I would understand. Anyways, so there is that. Okay, let's do a dungeon now. So we have our bow equipped. I'll be doing a nightmare challenge mode because I'm able to do it. Mama Trauma, Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass is probably the fun one, so we'll probably do that. Is it though? Oh, Mama Trauma. I'll do Mountain Pass challenge modes. Just a mammoth, but alright, so let's do a run here. It should go pretty smoothly. With our gear, or we should be geared. Is game okay? Game is okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. So release my dog. I mean my familiar. Okay. So we're gonna apply the burn. Oh yeah. I gotta stand in it, that makes sense. The pet is pretty tanky, looks like. Lots of health. I'm gonna apply the burning early, and then like apply that. So the pet is a good buffer, it seems. For that. Also, I didn't really know. I don't know if the trap stuns them or not. I've been one-shotting them. Make my pet do more. Oh my god. It hits like a truck. Do it again. Oh my. It's taking damage now for sure though. Other thing I worry about as well is when you press R ability, it does the little whistle animation, which then makes you stop moving as well. So there's 3 abilities that this class has that makes you stun locked a little bit. So you gotta be worried about that a little bit if you're trying to dodge stuff. But the pet damage, it feels pretty nice, I'd say. You can chain the golem. Hang on a second. Maybe I want that thing instead. Hang on a second. Give me this instead. So I'm gonna get it low. And I'll kill it. Oh, that didn't work out. I'll get another one. I guess I wasn't. It'd be pretty close to it, it seems. I don't have a pet anymore. Got greedy. You apply a lot of burn. You know, got two effects: poison, burn. It's interesting. How far ahead we are. Boom. Okay, they are stunned, and then they're slowed as well. Gotcha. There we go. I tamed the frost golem. Hell yeah. That's a cool one. Come out. I can maybe tame a rock golem too, maybe. Look how fast it is. Okay, he's got these guys all cut up. My. Okay. Almost to the boss. I don't know. I'm gonna use the ult to be honest with it. Okay. I mean, we're doing the boss, I guess. I need to take some damage though, so I can see how the healing is in it. You know? That's the one thing we don't know. I don't know about. Ow. Let's probably use it now, I guess. Let's see. Ow. It's not bad. Healing wise, you'll survive a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say you should rely on it, but it will help. Okay, it stuns the boss too, which is crazy. That is very strong. Oh my god. Stuns the boss? Hang on. Oh my god. I don't know if it does all the bosses, but that is very cool. I don't know if it was intended. Wait, my guy disappeared. Alright, there we go. So that's the class. That's pretty much it though. There are a lot of new stuff though with the class. You know, stuns pretty good. I don't know why I kept that. Healing's alright. Damage, I don't know. I mean, it was good. I mean, we finished it. I don't know. Seems pretty alright. I would probably use it for. I like Spiritual, so I would use it. I always Hunter. But yeah, that's it. So we'll see what comes next. But what could it be though? Who knows? Anyways, that's it. Enjoy.